Running out of space on an Xbox Series console is basically a rite of passage at this point. You download a couple of massive open-world titles, and suddenly, the internal drive is screaming for mercy. That is where this HWAYO expansion card comes into the picture. It is a third-party alternative to the official drives, and honestly, it is a pretty straightforward piece of kit. You pull it out of the box, slide it into that dedicated slot on the back of the console, and that is it. No menus to navigate, no formatting headaches, just instant recognition. It feels solid enough in the hand, too. It has this all-aluminum casing that actually serves a purpose beyond just looking sleek, as it helps pull heat away from the drive during those long gaming sessions. Now, here is the reality of these things. When you plug it in, you are not getting the full advertised capacity because of how the system reserves space for its own operations. If you grab the 1 terabyte version, expect to see around 867 gigabytes of usable space. It is a bit of a sting, but that is just how these proprietary-style drives work across the board. What matters is how it handles the heavy lifting. Playing games directly off this card feels identical to running them from the internal SSD. Load times are snappy, textures pop in exactly when they should, and there is no stuttering or weird frame drops that would suggest the drive is struggling to keep up. Quick resume works just as you would expect, which is a huge relief because that feature is a total game changer for anyone who jumps between titles. The design is quite minimalist, which is nice because it does not stick out like a sore thumb once it is tucked away behind the console. It is small, light, and honestly, it just disappears into the setup. If there is a downside, it is really just the price-to-capacity ratio that everyone deals with in this ecosystem. You are paying for that specific form factor and the speed required to keep up with modern gaming demands. While it is definitely a more accessible option than some of the big-name alternatives, it is still an investment. If you are tired of constantly deleting and re-downloading your library just to make room for the next big update, this thing does exactly what it promises without any fuss. It is a simple, effective way to stop worrying about storage and just get back to playing. It might not be the flashiest accessory on the market, but for someone who just wants their games to work without jumping through hoops, it hits the mark.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.